Hello everyone, it's Wezi here, back with another video. So in this video, I want to kind of like start a conversation with most of you guys that watch my videos here on this channel. So what I'm looking for is to hear your thoughts. So what you should do is you should put your comments in the comment section below, because I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. So the question that I'm trying to address today, or the question that I'm trying to answer today is LinkedIn a toxic platform? Or is LinkedIn a toxic professional platform? Now, why I'm saying this is because in recent times, in the last maybe 6 months or in the last maybe 1 year, I'd say, I've seen a lot of posts by different people. Either they've posted on Twitter, X, or they've posted on Facebook. They haven't posted on LinkedIn because, I mean, it's LinkedIn. So they've posted to say things in line with this, what I'm about to say. So they say things like, you know what, I have deleted my LinkedIn profile. I'm no longer on LinkedIn. Others will say LinkedIn is not a is not a good place. It is full of comparisons. Everyone is boasting. Everyone is trying to show off. Everyone is trying to make themselves seem as if they're relevant or whatever, right? So making LinkedIn a toxic place. So the question is LinkedIn a toxic place indeed, or maybe it has to do with the perspective that these people have of LinkedIn? Now, what I'll do in this video is I'll try to talk about the good side of LinkedIn and maybe the supposed bad side of LinkedIn, right? So we have like Facebook, Instagram, we have like any other platform, but then I think LinkedIn is more on the career side or the professional side of things, where you show where you work, what you do at your workplace, things like that to do with your workplace, to do with your work rather, right? So what happens is, for example, I work in procurement. So it means most of the times I will be connected to people that are in my field, either in procurement or just in supply chain, things like those, right? So let me be honest to say, I am more likely to see people who have better jobs than mine. Now, how you define a better job is really relative or subjective, because does a better job mean where you work, or as the organization or your company, or maybe the position title, or maybe you see? So we're already starting to see that most of these things are subjective. So let's say I go on LinkedIn. I work as a lead procurement officer at the moment. Let's say I see someone who works as a procurement manager who is same age, or maybe same qualifications. Maybe they work as a procurement manager. So I can see this in two ways. Either, wow, this guy is well advanced, he has a good job, he's a procurement manager, I'm not yet a manager or whatever. I can see it in that sense. Or maybe I look at it and be, oh wow, this is inspiring. I'd like to be a manager as well. What did he do? Or like, how did he get himself to this position or place, right? So I can take that in two ways. Either I take it in a sense that, you know what, this is a threat to me, like a threat to my career, right? Or I take it like, wow, this is an inspiration to me. So like how I take it is really dependent on my view of how I use LinkedIn. Now, let me say one thing. One thing about LinkedIn, in terms of what people say it's bad, is like everyone is always saying, oh, everyone is there to boast about like their new achievements. No one is posting about their failures. No one is posting about things like that go wrong. Now, I get it, to be honest. And that's not only with LinkedIn. I'll be honest to say it happens on all social media platforms. What we do is, on social media, we try to paint our lives, right? We try to brand ourselves. So most of the times, in terms of branding, you don't show the bad side, right? That's why companies have public relations officers, because they have to kind of like maintain a certain brand of the organization or of a person. You have to maintain a certain brand. Now, I'll say one thing. I have posted my failures on LinkedIn once, or if not twice, and I'll say I had a good response on the failure itself. Now, the response was like, wow, we don't get to see this most of the times on LinkedIn. Wow, this is good to see that you also failed, but you got what I mean? So let me put it this way to say, I think it all draws down to how you see LinkedIn yourself as an individual. Now, there are different motivations for why we go on LinkedIn. Now, people are able to find jobs on LinkedIn. Now, should we say LinkedIn is bad? No, people are able to find jobs. People are able to find good tips in terms of how to write your CV, how to craft your cover letter, how to do ABCD. There's just a lot, just like YouTube. There's just a lot, right? So, should we just say LinkedIn is a bad place because everyone is trying to show off. To be honest, not everyone is trying to show off. People are just trying to celebrate their wins. Now the question is, should people not celebrate their wins? Like, for example, someone has been promoted, let's say to a director or to a manager or to any other position. Should they not put that on LinkedIn, or maybe they should just celebrate on their own? Now, I understand to say you have to be private in your life. I mean, but there's different ways of seeing these things. Now, let me put it this way. Sometimes when you celebrate your wins publicly, it is good because you can be able to get some job opportunities, you can be able to get gigs, you can be able to get some consultancies and things like those. I'll give an example of myself. I finished my school and I wrote on LinkedIn to say I have just finished my school. I was doing ABCD, ABCD. Within maybe an hour or two, or maybe I forgot it, or maybe the next day, I got a message, like a DM from one of the, I'd say what, someone who was facilitating a conference to say, "Oh, Wesley, I'd like to speak. I would like you to speak to." Actually, no, this is how it came about. She said, "Oh, I just saw your post. You have just graduated. You have qualifications in this field. I'm holding a conference in the same field. I would like you to present." And you know what? I was able to get £100 just for presenting, like for maybe 15 minutes online, even. So, to be honest, if I had not posted that, I don't think I would have been able to get that job opportunity or that speaking opportunity, right? So the thing is, if you want to post something in terms of like your achievements, you may want to post it. Sometimes you shouldn't feel like, oh, maybe someone will feel like I'm posting. I don't know. So as I said, guys, I would like to hear your thoughts. Now, what I've done in this video, I've just talked about. I've just been all over in this video, as you have seen. But the thing is, I want to hear your side of the story. If you're on LinkedIn, if you use LinkedIn, has LinkedIn been useful to you? Or maybe you're like, you know what, I'll be leaving LinkedIn in the next few months. I'm just there just to see if things will change. I'd like to hear your thoughts on why you're still on LinkedIn. Why haven't you left when many people or other people are saying they're leaving because it's not very productive? It's a toxic platform, as I said. So I'd like to hear your thoughts. How has LinkedIn been to you? Has it been beneficial, or maybe it's, you know what, I'll leave this soon. So yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.